Cameraman here, folks. Here we have the iconic SR5 4Runner, folks. Made by the one and only Toyota. The iconic 4Runner. It's got the alloys. It's loaded up, folks. Leathered up. Got the roof. Hold on. Got the roof. Oh, you know, titled up, ready to go. But hey, this is what we got to do sometimes. I don't want you guys crying. I could have used that. Oh, I would kill for that. That would be a great daily. Blah, blah, blah. Too bad. And, you know, it ain't, listen, it ain't bad. Current inspection, as you can see. Chubby rubber. Okay. And let's check out some of the quirks and features. It's got AC. Like I said, it's got the hole in the roof, folks. You see? Look at the birds. See if it works. The goddamn thing works too. Let's see. Power windows. Listen, it ain't a bad truck, man. Let me tell you, I couldn't touch these at the auction. No buck. Force my fingers. I'm not used to this thing yet. This is a very sophisticated camera. I'm just not used to it yet. You know, and the back seats are pretty clean. Leather's good. Back here too. Headline is not drooping. That's a plus always. It's got the black ice for the air freshener. Got the sweaty forehead. As you can see, genuine cameraman here, folks. And it's a four-wheel drive option. Okay, yep, it's a scuzz bucket. And what else? I don't know what that is. I think he's got, I guess this ripped out of there. You could always rewire it. Okay. All right, folks, let's have at it. Quick test drive on this. It's got the push bar too. Take it through the gears. It ain't half bad. It shifted pretty good. It's got a little pep. Brakes are working. Always like to test out the brakes before I kill myself. Funny story. Years ago, I took my father to the auction, and he's proceeds to grab, like, I don't know, a Grand National or something, and he's wailing on it in the auction. And you know how fast those could be. And what happens is, folks, he hits the brakes and no one is home. No one home on the brakes. He manages to whip it into low, do some kind of ridiculous maneuver, finally catches the e-brake about 3 feet from a cyclone fence, folks. That would have been my last day at that auction. Let's see. Brakes are good, as you can hear the screech. Let's see. We're just gonna whip it through the neighborhood. Okay. Check out the bump, how it handles bumps. Handles the bumps pretty good. I just put a little gas in it, as you can see. Did take its bit of fuel. And hold on. I tell you, I could daily this, folks. I could definitely daily this. Are we kidding? Up here, they're not gonna let me up the street? Oh, brakes are good, but not that good. Almost met that Mustang. The way you don't want to meet someone, you know? Okay, back behind the Mustang. Pretty cool the way they have that signal light. Like the old-fashioned Thunderbird from back in the day. That's how the lights were. Pretty cool. Had one of those. Made a killing on it. Anyway, it's kind of a little wheel hoppy over the bumps. Brakes are kind of stiff. Yeah. Wheels kind of cocked off to the left as you're going straight, but you know, it kind of steers like an old rowboat. But that's fine. As everyone knows, folks, you got to give them the old burnout test, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to stand our left foot on the brake, and the right foot's going to hit the gas. And we're going to tack it up. And she's going to redline for a burnout, folks. And then we're going to ride it on out. Because you got to give them the burnout test, folks. Wow. The way it looks back there, I'm going to say she passed the burnout test. I tell you, be great. I would have loved this as a first car. Pull up to the friends at the schoolyard. Burn out, burn out. And you gotta do it for your buddies. We all know that. I'm having second thoughts on crushing this one, folks. I don't know. But I'm gonna give it another burnout test real quick over here. You know, just because that's what you have to do. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull up over here. Once again. Sucker screams, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that red line. You gotta appreciate that. And we're gonna ride this one out, folks. We're not taking our foot off the gas. I'm impressed. I mean, I may keep this one just to show off amongst the fellas, you know? Very impressed. Nothing like a burnout machine, folks. And I'm gonna have to call this a one-wheel peel all-day burnout machine. As you can see, I'm whipping it around, change locations as quickly as I can. Maybe we're gonna do another one over here. Let's see if it burns out in reverse. You always have to know if it burns out in reverse. It's important. It's a good selling feature. If you're gonna sell your car, you gotta know if you could rip a reverse power brake burnout. So we're gonna do that right about here. Give me 1 second, folks. We're gonna test it out for the reverse burnout. All right, folks, we're gonna put her into reverse. And we're gonna simply stand on the brake. Oh yeah, it wants to keep going backwards though. No good. I'm gonna have to finish it off with a forward burnout. Folks, look at that mile per hour. You gotta love it. Needless to say, I'd be rotating my tires on a regular basis if I did decide to daily this. But I like it. I'm impressed. Maybe we're gonna do like a four-wheel drive neutral drop. That's gotta be special. Just a minute, folks. I'm gonna try that out. Next thing we're gonna try, ladies and gentlemen, is a speed bump jump. Now, a speed bump is exactly what it's made for, just like it sounds, speed bump. You hit the bump at speed. Okay, give me a moment. We're gonna set this one right up. All right, folks, this is known as the speed bump jump. Get my spine tightened up here. Okay, one-handed, don't forget, folks. Damn, I caught air. I caught a little bit of air on that. Okay. Wow. Get the back checked out on that. Dead stop acceleration test. This guy on the bicycle better get out of the fucking way. Oh, nice kick in second gear. We're gonna have to jump off it, folks. All right, folks, this is gonna be the neutral drop test. What we're gonna do is we're gonna floor it. We're gonna put it into drive. Wow. Excellent neutral drop, folks. I'm gonna say that's a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Last is gonna be the 4x4 neutral drop, folks. Okay? And then we're gonna score it. Hold right on. Ooh, she's making a new noise like she doesn't want to shift. She's stuck in a gear. I don't know why. Let me see. Oh. Okay, let's see now. Folks, where do you get to see a car review like this? You don't. Wait, I think she shifted. No, she's stuck. Look, see how she's up there in the gear? She's hanging in the gear. It's a little bit of a letdown. I mean, one neutral drop, you're gonna hang in a gear? That to me is called a cop-out. Like, this thing is not loving this review. But, like I said, we must finish off with the 4x4 neutral drop, ladies and gentlemen. One moment. All right, right here it gives me a bunch of jibber-jabber about a, looks like a universal joint and all that. I'm not worried about that, okay? That's of no concern to me. Okay, we're gonna put this into 4x4 high. Okay, put this into neutral, and 1 second, be right back. All right, folks, like I said, she's in 4x4 and neutral. This is my ride home. If she breaks, I'm fucked. Ooh, pure traction. Pure traction. I like what just happened. Listen to that motor. Wow. What an animal this thing is, folks. We're gonna bring it back and I'm gonna score it over the speed bump, which I hit at speed before. That's what it's for. 1 second, we're gonna score this and wrap this up. Hear that motor? Before we finish up, we have to run a few endurance tests and quality control tests. This is the vent. We're gonna see garbage. They don't make them like they used to, folks. Let's see. There you go. See how strong the cup holder is, how that holds up. Total trash. Well, yeah, that's gone now. Knocked the overdrive switch off. Now oh, it still works, folks. That's a plus. That's a 1-pointer up in my book, okay? And see how good the power switches are. Oh, they suck. All right, folks, I'm gonna score this thing. All right, folks, we're gonna start with the speed bump. The speed bump, we're gonna give it an 8. It handled the speed bump like a beast. The 4x4 neutral drop, incredible traction. You slam it at 6,000 RPMs. It was pure traction and it just launched. We're gonna give that a 9, okay? Interior quality, 0, it sucked. And plus, look at all these rotten seats. It's no good. The power brake, it's a 10. I would have had a blast. As my first car at 17, would have been a lot of fun. Now, the neutral drop score, ladies and gentlemen. I revved it, slammed it, it spun them, it launched, it ripped, and it took off like a beast. The power didn't die out. When you added transmission to those RPMs, I'm gonna give it a 9. So, the neutral drop score, 9 plus 8 is 17, plus 9 is 25, plus a 0 or 25, 35. We're gonna give it a total of 35. You know you like my math skills, everybody. You thought I was dumb, didn't you? 35 neutral drop score. Ladies and gentlemen, I highly recommend one of these. Go out and get one. That is the neutral drop review of the 1994 Toyota 4Runner.